It seems like Simone has completely fallen out of love with the game of tennis, but thankfully her friends can be with her to rally behind her to make sure she falls in love with the game again. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Lawrence Report. Tonight's broadcast discussing episode 11 of All-American Homecoming. And y'all, I must say this right here. The confrontation between Jr and Gabby. And don't worry, we will talk about Simone and everybody else, but don't worry. The confrontation between Jr and Gabby was worth the wait. I'm looking at my clock. It's almost 45 minutes into the show. I'm like, listen, when are we going to get to the situation with Jr and Gabby? Now, typically, sometimes they started off straight from the top of the show, but they made us wait basically a whole 45 minutes. But man, it was worth it. But before we get started, we greatly appreciate if you guys could hit that subscribe button, like, and please do not forget to comment. Let's talk about All-American Homecoming. So I gotta get some things off my chest. Y'all already know that slap. Gabby slapped the mess out of JR, and rightfully so. I'm sorry, JR, you absolutely deserved it. Like, look at Gabby. She is so fine. She was looking absolutely incredible in that dress last night. Like, what in the world? But also, let's talk about Simone right quick. For Simone, she's fallen out of love with the game of tennis. I was happy to see the men on the show, her castmates, her friends, all the men on the show right here, they all rallied behind Simone. And of course, we got to talk about y'all favorite, Lando. Do you see the way Simone was looking at Lando? She absolutely folded. Oh my God. Oh man. And I hate this for my boy Cam. J Marks, the absolute predator. We didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming, but we should know. Should have known, right? And oh my God, this storyline with Coach Marcus. We love Coach Marcus, don't get me wrong. But the storyline with his son, I thought that was finished. I was not expecting to see him back again on another episode of All-American Homecoming. So let's get into All-American Homecoming, y'all. I got to start off with Gabby and JR. Now, she's been trying to avoid JR all day, all night. And they finally come face to face. He's explained to her, Gabby, I should have did this. Gabby, I should have did that. Gabby, I'm sorry. Gabby, it's my fault. I didn't listen to you. Do you have something to say? I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say. The floor is yours. She paused. She slapped the mess out of JR, and she's completely done with this man right here. She completely walked out of his life. Like, there's nothing JR can do. And she did the right thing. She did the right thing, I believe so. Because that woman has been with you through thick and thin. Like, she has held you down as a man. Like, she is a ride or die type chick, and he absolutely fumbled when it came to Gabby. There's no coming back. There's no coming back. We saw Cam there. Cam was there sitting with that smile on his face because Cam knew, I got my revenge. Whenever Keisha cheated, and he was happy as a lark. Like, what can I say? What can I say? But I'm curious to see. Y'all let me know. With only about 2 episodes left, right? I'm curious to see how they're going to wrap this thing up. Because it seems like a lot of people are not going to be getting no happy endings. Kind of like, All-American. A lot of people got happy endings, right? But this right here, I don't know how it's going to go. We still ain't seen Damon. I guess he basically was going to show up in the season finale, and that is it. Which kind of sucks because I was hoping we would see him maybe at least 2 episodes, but he is not here yet. So let's talk about Simone and her situation. Now, Simone has been going through it. She is, like I said earlier at the top of the show, she is completely falling out of love with the game of tennis. It's just bland. It's just dry. It's not something she really want to pursue right now. And I love how all the men, talking about Lando, talking about Cam, talking about JR, all these men, whenever they had these individual conversations with Simone, they all realized that Simone was off her game, not only with tennis, but I'm talking about mentally and physically. Like, she just wasn't there. She was basically, I hate to say it, but living to just be living, right? Because we've always known Simone to be this happy-go-lucky girl, but I get it. You know, if you're dealing with cancer, you know, you have a child at the same time, you come from California, it's a whole lot that is on her plate. Like you have the situation with Coach Lonnie, all that stuff right there, and it's a lot to handle. It's a lot to handle for Simone, but we know that tennis has always been a safe haven for her, right? I mean, we even saw Simone go into like some type of counseling to talk about what she's been dealing when it comes to tennis, how she's just not feeling it, and you know how it's just been a lot to handle. And the one thing that I absolutely loved in this episode, I love that the dream sequence when she's on the court, she's closing her eyes, she's thinking about everything she has been through, everything she's overcome, and she's also thinking about her future. This dream sequence right here was absolutely beautiful. It took me back to you know, with me being and us watching this show all the time, as being fans of All American Homecoming. This sequence right here, it talked about so much, from the crossover episode to her pledging, to the situation with the police. Y'all remember that episode? To her at the end with the man who I think she's gonna be with, but only time will tell. So much in that dream sequence right there. And the one thing, another thing that I absolutely love, I think everybody loved this right here. When it came to Lando, right? Of course, I said all the men, they all knew something was wrong, right? Lando was like, you know what? I got something planned for us. I got something planned for us. I know you saying you're not feeling tennis. I know you saying you've been through a lot, and it's a big change for you. I got something planned. Lando takes her on to, we're not even talking about Eva and all that stuff, but you know, Lando takes her on to the tennis court. She's showing Lando the ropes of how to play the game, things of that nature. And Lando, you know, they're actually challenged by these kids. These kids, this girl's like, well, my dad is like the provost, right? He said I can play tennis at any court, anytime I want. And that was a part, I think it was a part of Lando's trick to do that right there, to show Simone that she still has love for the game. The game is never leaving her. She still has love for the game. And Lando, you know, what a guy. That guy was smooth, man, because we saw that one scene where they're talking. So Simone's like, and his hands are, you know, rubbing against hers, and she completely melted. Simone melted. And that was just great to see, because there's one person who I think completely understands Simone. It's Lando. So I got a lot of respect for how he is always trying his best to make sure he's there for Simone. We gotta talk about my boy Crenshaw Cam. That brother was not playing last night. So we saw an episode, you know, J Marks, he wanted him to basically rewrite some music, right? And you know, at the same time, he got this concert he's gonna be doing, his Valentine's Day concert with Gabby and them. He's like, J Mark's like, well, I need you to redo these lyrics within an hour or so. And Cam's like, what you mean, like redo? I thought everything was good. J Mark's like, listen, who's the boss right here, me or you? So Cam, you know, he's basically talking to Gabby, and I love the chemistry between Gabby and Cam. Absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. They're talking, and she basically gives him some words of encouragement, and he does end up turning it around. But we do find out that J Marks is actually a predator. Cam invites Gabby to the studio, like, yo, come through, check it out, come see what I do. J Marks, you know, puts moves on Gabby. These are unwanted moves, right? And he even puts his hands around her jawline. And, you know, he makes those predatory type moves. Cam walks in. Gabby tries to play it off, you know what I'm saying? And basically, Gabby ended up calling J Marks a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you lame for trying to do this right here, trying to put yourself on me. This is nothing new. This happens, unfortunately, in the music industry, in all industries, period, right? And eventually, Gabby does tell Cam the truth about what J Marks did. Cam won't having it. Cam won't having it. But of course, J Marks threw Cam underneath the bus because the music still wasn't just right. And J Marks like, oh, I got another singer coming in next week. I mean, not singer, but songwriter coming in next week. And that's when Cam let him have it. He was like, yo, you threw me underneath the bus. You told me this how you want the song done. You got all these people here. You did me dirty. And I guess that's why they say never meet your idols, because your idols are not always what you expect of them, right? So I kind of felt bad for Cam when it came to him and the J Marks storyline, but you know, he did rally behind Gabby. He was about to go off. He's like, yo, who do I need to beat up? Who do I need to beat up? So we know Cam was about the action 100%. He didn't care about the music at that time. The only thing that mattered was the safety and his friendship with the Gabby. So I love that. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode of All American Homecoming. It was so good. I loved the slap. I loved Simone, you know, her friends rallying behind her, the men in her life, trying to get her back on track, you know. Great episode. Only 2 episodes left. I don't know how they're going to tie some of these storylines together. I feel like the fans may be set up for disappointment, but we shall see. We shall see. As always, thank you for tuning in to the Lawrence Report.